This third current event is on an article that is Men Who Eat Lots of Fruit and Vegetables Have Less Memory Loss by Catherine Paddock, 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 PhD. Alright, it's published November 23rd, 2018. Alright, there's a study that's been done, and it's a 26-year study, I believe, um, on 27,000 men around there, and it started at 1986, and most of the men were on the around their 50s at the time. So what happened was during the study, the men recorded their foods and their drink intake all the way up to 2002, and after 2002, they met up for a follow up from that time to 2012. In their last couple sessions of their follow up, they did a couple of tests to see where memory memory was at from 2002 to 2012. Around that time, from 2012, they were like 70 years old. So that's around a 20-year plus jump from 1986, which then when they were 50. So what they were trying to do is trying to get the results from their tests, the memory tests, and ability to think, and try to relate them to their food intakes and their drinks. And the results were that they have gotten out of it is that the more leafy greens, red and dark orange vegetables, berry fruits, and juices, fruit juices and vegetable juices, tended to have a lower risk of memory loss. So they also said that this does not, you know, really prove any cause and effect, because they only had done this test with men only for ranging from this category of being 50 to 70, and knowing that you go throughout your entire life learning and constantly keeping up with things, and such as just your regular day job or schooling or added on, and you're gonna forget things in general, and it's just they didn't think they did enough to study, had enough information, enough enough people. I think it was just they were saying they didn't have enough have a great pool of people they pulled the information from, especially it only being men and women, and these people were 50 to 70 years old, which at that time could have a higher risk of memory loss because of Alzheimer's disease. Not saying all of them had a good, maybe some, but it was inconclusive results, is what I'm getting at. So I think it'll make this study better, obviously, and have this go on the men and women, and also to lower the rate, the age. And I would also have these tests done. So I would start in, say, around like 30s, mid 30s, all the way. Start this study from mid 30s. It'll be a strenuous test, obviously, but mid 30s, men and women to their 70s. How about that? And I would start doing the tests of the memory tests when they would hit, you know, um, around 60 to their 70s, 60 to 70, that 10-year span, and see if the fruit and vegetables do show a lower risk in memory loss and thinking ability. So, but also think there could be problems with that because some of the people that you pull, having your pool of people you choose, could constantly be working on their mind to improve their memory while they're doing the test. You know, because they have jobs, they have to work, they have to remember things for their own personal lives. You know, they be doing memory activities on their own, you know, unconsciously, you know, unknowing that they're doing it, but they're just doing it. That can skew the results. So there is no easy, refined way of doing this, but I think if you add the men and women and you lower the age range down to when you start supplementing, you know, the dietary tracking of what they're eating would would have more acceptable results, I may say. So that was my current event. Um, it was interesting because you know it has something to do with what you eat, and memory loss is something that many people don't want to have. I know I don't want to have. So, and if I could eat it away per se, that's something I'm interested in.